all what we love about the season of Christmas. Well, we're celebrating that today. Although Christmas is 155 days away, so start shopping now. In fact, you can start shopping through our silent auction opportunity and get it all done right here and now. Isn't that wonderful? Aren't we thinking of you and working out, making your life a whole lot easier? Well, we're beginning this wonderful spirit of Christmas well in advance, because really, actually, it's not just a season or a time. It's not limited to the season of December, but it's really meant for us to celebrate the joy and the awareness, the consciousness of what Christmas really is all about all the time and throughout the year. So it's very appropriate that here in July, we're embodying the joy of Christmas. It's very appropriate that today on the 23rd, we're embodying this wonderful spirit, that we're welcoming this celebration and causing us to become more aware mid-season, shall we say, or mid-year of this wonderful season of love, light, joy, peace, happiness, and so much. Today we focus on really the joy, as we've sung, joy to the world. Truly, that's our gift. We want to offer joy to the world in all that we say and do. That's our purpose here at City of Light, as we have become a center for hope, healing, and restoration. That is offering the world this wonderful, wonderful power of joy to be experienced within their life. For it is joy in these moments that is meant to be with us. Joy with us, joy in us, joy through us, and joy all around us is really the calling. For that spirit and presence of God really is what brings us joy. It's what gives us a full awareness of a power of joy within us. The great joy is that this light has come, and that light is an understanding, that light is an awareness, that light is an awakening. We're so thrilled, shall we say, in our day-to-day spiritual journey to be conscious of there is an illumination that's there, an enlightenment that's for us. It has come to us. It is available for us. It is this wonderful understanding that truth has come. For Jesus, our way shower, our teacher, our master example has been there for us to show us this light and love and how to live. We are followers of the way. That's right. Early Christians were called people of the way. Did you know that? That was the first name given to them. You're a person of the way, aren't you? I see how you live. You're a person of the way of Jesus, the way of his teaching, the way of his ministry, the way of his example, the way of his life, the way of what he brought to us as light and love. You're people of the way. Later on, the evolution of that definition of people who are followers of Jesus became those who are Christ-like. You are in the way so much that you look and embody this awareness of the Christ within you. You look like Jesus. You act like Jesus. You speak like Jesus. Your thinking is like Jesus. You are illuminated with this wonderful light and love within you. And as people of the teaching of Jesus that call us to embrace this new thought, this awareness, to be born again within our lives, to have this moment to say, I was this way, but now I'm this way. I was thinking in negativity and fear and doubt. Now I'm thinking in positivity and in joy and in abundance. I was thinking of all the lack and all the sorrow and all the worry and fear in my life. I'm now embracing all the peace and compassion. I'm wondering all the wonderful joy of understanding. So we don't require a calendar date for Christmas. We don't require that we limit it to the 12th month of the year. We, as people of the way, celebrate it every day. We don't just limit it anyway, but we have this joy, this gladness in all things, in all things. Now, why are we such joyous people? Why are we people of Christmas? Why are we people of gladness? Why are we? Because our faith knows this. Because of the faith that we have, the faith that believes, the faith that holds strong to the feelings of the assurance that God's goodness is all around us. Our faith, which is the very power of believing, is your foundation of joy. That's right. A lot of people say, well, wait a minute, I want to get some joy in my life. I want to get some, maybe we need to stir it up a little bit, you know. There's a lot of consciousness of all the challenges in the world and all the sadness and all the despair. There's a lot of things to focus on. How do I get that joy wound up within me? How do I bring that joy up? How do I develop within it? The foundation of joy is this wonderful belief that says, I know that I know. My faith says I am confident. And most of all, I'm certain. I'm certain. I'm certain that it is so. And that is a foundation that you stand on, that elevates, that brings up this sort of ushers up a spirit of joy within our life. I am confident. I need not worry because I'm confident. Why would you worry if you're confident, right? If you're confident in something, there's no worry, there's no stress, there's no anxiety because you're confident. And if you're certain, why would you worry? Why would you be in fear if you're certain, right? And that's what faith does. Faith then says, I believe it to be so, and I believe it with such strength of confidence and certainty that it becomes a foundation for then happiness, joy, gladness to just bubble up within my life. Mark 11:23 in this ancient text offers us this. Whosoever shall not doubt in their heart, but shall believe what he says to come pass, shall have it. You see, as you believe, you'll have it. It's as simple as that. Do we deny that that passage has any power in our life? Many of us do because we say, well, I don't know. I've said a lot. Do I really believe it? You see, it's the foundation of believing that when you say that, I believe it so, that joy rushes up within your life. Gladness, because I am anticipating, expecting that which I know is true for my life. It's coming to pass. It's on its way. It's unfolding here and now. What a joy to think that way. What a joy to know that it's coming to pass. Now, I don't know about you. How many of you have placed your Amazon orders this week? I know, or this day, because some of you are on Amazon delivery every single moment, and you're expecting what? A delivery. You're expecting the unfolding of this package at your doorstep. So what is there, this wonderful thing that you press that button, it says, click, send, and it goes off, and there's what? I'm expecting. There's joy. I can't wait. I'm waiting for the doorbell to ring, for the dog to bark to say UPS is here, or the delivery person is here, Amazon Prime has arrived. You're looking at, and there's that wonderful feeling in your life, right? We'll capture that feeling for all the goodness of God. Because when we stand on that foundation, click, we press the button. And the divine Amazon delivery truck is already moving. That's right. And the delivery is there. That's our joy. That's our joy and the power that rises up within us in such a wonderful way. What we have to do, though, is to discipline our thinking and our minds, to raise our thoughts to the point where we abandon all this physical world and its limitations. That's right, elevating your thoughts. Now, your belief is your foundation, and as that elevator, shall we, rises up with joy, you're now changing your thinking. You're changing your thoughts to such a place where you're not focused on all the cares of the world and this physical attributes, but you're now focusing on this higher energy, this wonderful ability to understand that I am living in the realm of infinite possibilities. How wonderful that place is in our life. How wonderful it is to understand. There's that old song, the world, I've got this joy and the world didn't give it to me and the world can't take it away. You know how true that is. You've got something powerful that's been given to you, this wonderful joy, and the world actually can't take it away unless you allow it to be taken away. So nothing can take it away from you because your joy is yours. And it's the joy that you choose. It's the joy that you are awakened to. It's the joy that you're aware of. And nothing can take it away from you unless you've shifted your mind and you become distracted by the things of the world and all the cares of this physical realm. And you step out of this wonderful divine, shall we say, circle or premise of this wonderful spiritual consciousness that you're in. I'm in this wonderful joy. I'm standing on this foundation of faith and believing. I am just elevated in my awareness. And then you step out of it and you go, yeah, there's all kinds of challenges in this world. There's all kinds of sorrow and sadness. There's war and poverty. There's all kinds of negativity all around me. There's all kinds of people trying to harm me. I'm living in lack and I'm living in suffering. Time to step back in, isn't it? Time to get back into that place where you are in this wonderful confidence and that joy is there. I love the story of the children of Israel, and we looked at it in our Kabbalah class on Thursday. We began to examine this wonderful story of the children of Israel and their exodus out of slavery in Egypt. as they left their bondage of slavery and moved out in mass, the huge community of these tribe of Israel now moving forward towards a promised land, moving out into the deserts. But suddenly the Pharaoh, who had been their captor, the Pharaoh who had put them into slavery, changes his mind. I'm not going to let you go. He's thinking, I'm going to go after those, and I'm going to bring them back. I've just foolishly let go of all the slaves. I've set them free. What am I doing? What was I thinking? So he goes out in pursuit of the children of Israel. Now you can imagine the children of Israel just going a happy day, moving on down through the desert, headed to the promised land, and all of a sudden they hear the roar of the chariots of their former captor. They hear the Pharaoh and his armies behind them. You can imagine that feeling that's coming to there, and you wonder, where is their joy? You and I have been at the same place. You see, these Bible stories are our stories, and they're to show us, you and I, and how we live. Then one day we're just moving along. Yes, God's promises are coming. I'm moving in the right way. I'm headed towards my promised land, and all of a sudden I hear the roar of negativity, fear, anxiety, doubt, and it's chasing me. It's right behind me. And what do I do? What do I do in that moment? And you're coming to the edge of the waters, and it's the Pharaoh behind you, and it's the Red Sea in front of you, and you're caught in that dilemma, and you're wondering what to do. You see, the children of Israel in this beautiful story stepped into the waters. And in the Jewish Midrash, and in the style of the Kabbalist Zohar, he's writing the story as telling of the children of Israel stepping into the waters, and they didn't part. And they stepped in deeper, and they didn't part. And now those waters is coming up around the waist, and you go, ooh, it's a little cold, but they kept moving. They kept moving in a sense of certainty, right? They kept moving in a sense of confidence. They kept moving in the waters, and the writers of the Kabbalist thinking are saying in this story that the Jewish people moved in with such power and a certainty that they came until the waters came to their nose, and then it parted. You see, they moved in certainty, even though the environment, the world around them, was showing to them, whew, this is scary. We need to worry. We need to be afraid. We need to be frightened. Let's be filled with anxiety. Let's get stress here going. Come on. Let's talk amongst ourselves. Let's talk some fear. Let's go. Let's really tear this place apart. Let's really make it negative. Let's go back to Egypt. Come on. Let's surrender to the Pharaoh. Let us go back into bondage. We'd be better off than that, right? Haven't we all been there? That's our story. You and I have been at that place. But what we're called to have is the power of joy. Because let me tell you, could you imagine just for one moment what it was like when the waters parted? Bam! What was that like? Could you imagine if you put yourself there? When you were made of the waters are up to here and you're wondering, is this my last breath? And the waters part for you, and you walk across to the other side, and you leave behind your adversary, and you leave behind that which is negative, and you leave behind that which is your problem, and you leave. Wow, what a feeling of joy. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that for one moment? What they must have felt like? Woo! They must have been jumping up and down. They must have been celebrating Christmas in their own way with joy and feasting and dancing. Like, we made it. We're on the other side. We've crossed over. We've left behind the adversary. You see, that's the journey of our life. That we're called to have that kind of joy, and it's a choice. That's right, it's a choice. We have the power to choose our feelings and our emotions and know that at any moment, it's how we respond to the scenario that decides the emotional state of being. Your choice. How will you respond? Are you responding as you walk into the waters of your challenge with joy or fear? Stress or confidence? Worry or an assurance? Certainty in your life or feeling like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen to me? You see, it's all yours. It's your choice. For this joy, the world didn't give it to you, and nothing's going to take it away unless you allow it to be taken away from you. Everything in your life, your goodness, your blessing, your prosperity, your health and wholeness, it's all there for you. No one can take it away. This physical world can't take it from you because you have the power. You have the faith within you to know that it's already there, and nothing's going to take it away from me unless I surrender it. For years, I allowed someone else to determine my emotional state being. As a young person and as a gay man living in a world of lots of homophobia, I let a lot of people decide for me what my self-esteem would be and dictate my feelings of being, I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy, or I'm not normal, or I'm not welcomed, or whatever it may be. I allowed them to dictate those feelings until one day I said, enough, I'm not doing it anymore. Be gone before a house falls on you, shall we say. From the Wizard of Oz, that phrase, be gone of those ugly feelings. Be gone, that wicked witch. Be gone with that which is tempting me. Be gone, because I choose something else. It's your choice. You can choose joy. Isn't that a wonderful thought? You have the power to make this choice. Oh, we sing that song, Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound. How joyous the sound. I once was lost. Oh, wait a minute. You were never lost. Can I tell you that? You were never, ever lost. God wasn't looking around going, where's Norma? I can't find her. Where's Mimi? I've lost Mimi. I don't know. What happened? Lethe, where did she go? I can't find her. That's not what God was all about at all. What was lost was we in our consciousness. We gave away our joy. We made this choice. And the beautiful chorus goes on to say, that I once was lost, but what I was lost in was my ignorance. I was lost in my inability to recognize that the power and presence has always been there. I was distracted. I was unaware. But now I'm found, it says, but now, no, I found. Now I found is what we should be singing, because I have made the choice to be fully aware that joy is mine every day of my life. Joy is there for me. Joy is there to sustain me, empower me, keep me going. Gladness is there because I stand firm on a foundation that says, I know that my God is working for me and all things are working together for my good. It's your choice to find. It's your choice to become aware. It's your choice to have this joy here and now, because it's always been here. And it's an easy choice. When we focus on these spiritual laws, these promises, I can't tell you enough how important it is that you took time to really acknowledge all the promises of God, the very promises that are there to just build this assurance, this faith within our life. What you sow, you reap. Simple one. That's an easy one. Whatever you've sown in faith, you're going to reap in faith. Whatever you've sown and whatever you've given, whatever you've shared, whatever has come from you in your consciousness, as you believe, so shall you receive. These are the very laws of how we live our life, how God works within our life. And in that, it just gives us strength. That's right. The joy of the Lord gives us strength. Ancient truth, spoken of millions of years ago, from the beginning of time, reiterated through the scriptures, talked about throughout the ages, spoken about in churches and spiritual communities. Wouldn't it be great to have strength? Wouldn't it be great to wake up in the morning and go, I am strong. Woo, look at me. I got some strength. I can do it. Take it on. I can do it. I can move some mountains. I've got the spiritual strength to say, whatever comes forth, come at me. I am ready. I've got that kind of strength. And how do we get it? We understand that it's the joy of a consciousness and awareness of God in us, through us, around us, that gives us strength. The joy of the Lord is my strength. The joy of an awareness of the power and presence of God is where we find this strength. We just sang this morning, joy to the world. The Lord has come. Joy to the world, this awareness has come. And it's available for everybody. We got to turn the light on. We got to awaken. We got to be conscious of it. That there are these wonderful spiritual laws. The joy has already come to us. It is there. And when we come to this awareness, there is nothing but joy. Because in that awareness, there's no fear. There's no anxiety. There's no stress. Oh, I'm telling you, we live in a world where I've got people emailing me quite frequently and talking to me, Pastor, what do I do with my anxiety? How do I deal with this stress in my life? What do I do with this fear that's overwhelming, keeps creeping up on me? People who are so like, I need some anxiety drugs. I need something to calm me down. It's because they're not fully aware that joy to the world, this wonderful awareness has come. But we've got to awaken to it, and how important it is that we share this message, that there is this wonderful strength that's available to our lives to face any challenges within us. And that this joy is found in a confidence that all things are good right now, no matter what the circumstances are. We need to look for it because the goodness is right in front of us. It's right there. Sometimes the things that you are looking for the most with the most intensity are right there in front of you. You know? That's right. And you can't see it because you're looking beyond. You know? You're looking somewhere else. Years ago, I had the opportunity of going on a wonderful cruise to the Virgin Islands, and there our group had the opportunity to do an ocean water walk. A walk on the bottom of the ocean. How exciting. And we got to put on one of these wonderful toilet tanks. It looked like a toilet tank. A little ceramic white kind of capsule that kind of went over your head with an oxygen hose. And you'd lower yourself down into the ocean floor. And you'd be walking along with this big tank on your head. Oxygen coming, pumping in. And you're all excited about observing all the nature on the ocean floor. It sounds really great, doesn't it? Until that moment when I reached in to scratch my nose. And I realized, I'm inside this little capsule. I'm inside this little cage. I'm inside this little tank. And I felt this claustrophobic moment. And I began to look at the tank and from the inside. And I became so panicky and so frightened. And I said, I got to get out of here. And I'm scrambling back and climbing up the ladder, trying to get up to the dock to get off there and say, I can't do it. I can't do it. He goes, what do you mean? I can't. All I felt was this claustrophobic feeling. He said, don't forget. Look through the glass, and you'll find what you need, not at the glass. And here's our challenge. The joy that you're looking for, the peace that you're looking for, the companionship, everything that you're looking for, it's right there. Look through. Not at your circumstances, not at the problem, not at the issue, but look through it. Suddenly I put the tank back on, lowered myself down, and said, look through, look through, look through. And when I looked through, I didn't see the tank. I didn't see the headpiece that was resting on my shoulders. I saw the fish. I saw my friends. I saw everybody walking on the ocean floor. I saw the starfish. I saw the coral. I saw the beautiful tropical waters. I saw the sunlight coming through. I saw the beauty of the experience. It had been there all along. But all I could see was at first fear, panic, claustrophobia. Because I was looking at the glass. I want to tell you this, that there is goodness that God has for us, but we have to look through to experience it, and how wonderful it is that this strength that the joy brings to us is truly something that needs to be developed. That's right, you need to develop your strength. By focusing on more joy, you develop on your strength. And as you develop on more strength, you get more joy. And as you develop on joy, you get more strength. And so it goes on in this lovely circle of life that begins to flow through our lives. How important it is. We go through a strength training program. That's right. That's right. You're at LA Fitness for the Lord right here. That's right. This is your strength training program. You're at Crunch Gym. You're at Planet Fitness in the spiritual realm right here and now. And we're doing some strength training. Right now, we're doing strength training and awareness of this, that we are called to just rest in joy. That's right. Has anything really been accomplished in your life through fear, stress, and anxiety? Outside of ulcers and sickness and pain? Have you had any wonderful manifestations of joy because of your fear, your anxiety, your stress? No. So it is that we work on this wonderful strength program of resting in the Lord, resting in this perfect peace, resting in this calmness. I rest in the sure thing. God is a sure thing. I rest in the sure thing. Not in the maybe, not the could be, not in the uncertain, but I rest in the sure thing. And it is there that we find the byproduct that this strength training brings for us as life is joy and gladness. And when our mind is fixed on these things, you keep your mind on these things, this is our training and it becomes your primary focus. You know, I see a lot of people going to the gym. They brought their cell phone with them. They're taking selfies. click, 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 they're doing all these selfie pictures at the gym. Look at me. Are you focused on working out? Working out? Who's working out here? We're taking pictures. We've got to pose. We've got to show the world how our fitness is. Wait a minute. Didn't you come to the gym to work out? The gym owner says, well, everyone's bringing their phone and your membership's on your phone. I said, honey, I left my phone in the car. I have a primary focus here. I'm not answering calls. I'm not taking selfies. I'm not here to talk to people. I'm not here to take a video. I'm here to work out. That's my primary focus. This is where we have to ask ourselves in life, what's your primary focus? What's your primary focus? Is your primary focus on the goodness of God, or are you being distracted, taking some spiritual selfies here and there? Look at me, I'm a Christian. I've gone to church today. Or look at me here, or whatever it may be, that you're distracted. Or are you really focusing on? Isaiah 26:3 says, that will keep him in perfect peace, in perfect joy, worry-free, stress-free, anxiety-free, when my mind is stayed on thee, because I'm trusting in thee. That's where your peace comes. You've done the strength training of trusting in God. And what happens is there's a peace, that wells up. And it's a joy that wells up. It's something that's coming in with you, and it's flooding you, and it's finally filling you. And the joy of the Lord becomes your strength, and you feel, whoa, bring it on. I am ready to go. And what happens is, in that kind of strength, there's something special. Healing. There's a healing in there. A strength that is healing, that all of our systems within our physical being begin to recognize this joy. And there's a restoration that fills our life. And it begins to come as something that we really capture this joy, and it becomes a healing element, an agent within your life. Because perfect peace also means perfect health. You can't be in perfect peace if your health is out of alignment, right? Because you're in pain, you're suffering, your consciousness is not there. Perfect peace is good, even the body. There was a country doctor who used to tell how he healed a woman of a large cyst by telling her a funny story, at which she laughed so heartily that the fluid broke loose and that cyst passed away. And he said, you know what, there's something about laughter, joy in our life. That what happens is that the mind puts all these kinks in the nerves in the body. A thought of fear will stop even the flow of life to some nerve centers within the body. Fear grabs you. Anxiety, stress, it grabs you. And you wonder where your healing goes because all your energy is into there. And it sort of forms, they say in science, a nucleus where other fears may accumulate and add to it. And finally congest the blood in some ways that it really becomes an unhealthy situation for your life. Wow. So what if we laughed our fears away? What if we expressed the joy of the Lord in such wonderful ways that we began to begin to laugh at these scenarios, laugh at how silly it is. Laugh at how silly it is to think God's not with you. Laugh at how silly it is to think you were ever lost. Laugh at how silly it is to think that, that your life is meant to be suffering or your life is filled to be fear. Laugh at it. That's right. Because how ridiculous it is to buy into that when you know that you're created in the image and likeness of God. So wouldn't it be ridiculous in the place of that we just begin to laugh at it? That we get into this wonderful habit then of laughter, bringing this concentration of mind in such a way that, as the psalmist writes, my mind is cleansed by Christ. My life flows swift and strong. The peace of God wells up within me, and my soul bursts forth in song. Song. When's the last time you burst forth in song? Song of joy. When's the last first time you're like, I am so filled with joy. I've got the strength of the Lord in me. I got to sing. Have you been singing in the shower? Have you been singing as you drive the car? Have you been singing as you drive down the road? Have you been singing as you're out in the garden? Have you been singing in the bathroom? Wherever it may be. Have you been singing and bursting in joy? Because burst forth with a song of joy. And back of the song of joy is that thought of joy. This consciousness of joy within you. That something amazing happens constantly when we sing the thought that God is with me, God is in control, when we sing these wonderful choruses of joy and songs of joy that lift us up. How wonderful this morning I was listening to there's kind of a contemporary version of a song called This Joy. And I was like, oh, play it over again, play it over again, play it over again. Because it was just capturing the wonderful spirit of joy. And it spoke about that the world can't take it, give it to me, and the world can't take it away. And how true that is for my life. You see, that consciousness then is that just bursts forth a song that's liberating within our life, that sets us free. Where do we get that? Is that craziness? Sets you free. Joy sets you free. Ooh. Maybe we need to go to the ancient truth of the Scriptures and the story of Paul, the apostle, imprisoned. And at the midnight hour, the Scripture says, at the darkest moment, at the midnight hour, which we often look at symbolically of that last moment when we say it's the 12th hour, the last moment of possibilities. He's imprisoned in chains around his wrists and his ankles. He's a prisoner. He is held in bondage. This is not a time to be happy or joyous, is it? Oh, yes, it is. He bursts forth in song in the midnight hour. He's singing praises. And a beautiful example of what happens to him is chains begin to fall off of him. And what a wonderful metaphor that is for our lives. You know what? You may have all the chains and bondage of your fear, your doubts, your worries, your stress that are holding you back, and you're in prison, and it's your midnight hour. Time for you to burst in song. Time to burst in song of joy. Time for you to start singing that which you know. Let that thought of joy resonate within you in such a wonderful way that you feel, my chains are broken. I am liberated. I'm set free from all of this stress and worry and all this that has been weighing me down. I begin to celebrate this wonderful experience that happens. I'm liberated. So come alive today with joy. That's why we're here, to become aware. The joy has come. Joy to the world. The Lord has come. This consciousness has come. This awareness, this teaching has come. This enlightenment has come for us to live out. It's here for us right here and now. Joy to the world that is given. So today we celebrate, we dine, we dance with joy. That's right. We're going to be dancing a little bit too. So get up there and get ready to put your joy on. That's right. Because we're going to have some fun. Because we want to celebrate that wonderful joy that's an awareness that God is ever working for our good. An awareness that we never need to fear. We never need to worry. We never need to be filled with anxiety. An awareness that the law of God is making a way when there seems to be no way. So we sing a song of joy. We burst into a song of joy. We say, the joy of the Lord is my strength. That's right. Bring it on. Come on, mountains. I'm strong. I've got the joy. It's healing me. It's restoring me. The joy, there is such power in that. It's time for us to be a joyous people. It's time for us to be Christmas people every day. Joy of the Lord is here. It sustains us. It carries us through. It unfolds us. And it brings us unlimited happiness. Peace is yours today. Be joyous. Amen. All right, with that great spirit of Christmas, let's join in this chorus as our ushers come and pass these cans and we give freely and liberally. What? I wish you a Merry Christmas. That's right. What are we wishing for the world? This wonderful joy, right? A merry season of awareness, a time of understanding. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy new beginning every single day, not just waiting till January 1st, but a new year that starts right here, right now for you in your life. Let's sing it together. Wish everybody this. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Amen.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're in that spirit of joy. And feeling that power today, let us then close with this chorus. Yes, there is peace on earth. Yes, that means there is joy on earth. Yes, and that joy, that peace, that calm, that comfort, that assurance, that confidence, that certainty, well, it begins in me. Let's sing it. It's your choice. Yes. Joy is yours. Peace is yours. It begins in you. Let's sing this chorus together. Yes, there is joy or peace, and yes, it begins in me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as my center, united whole are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, yes, this is my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins in me. Would you pray with me? Let's pray together. This we know to be our truth. Perfect peace, perfect joy fills our life in this moment as we choose it. We choose it now in its fullest. We choose to walk and talk and speak and live and dwell within the realms of God's goodness. This great joy, for it gives us strength. Strength that heals every bone and every illness within our bodies. Strength that gives us the power to move mountains in our faith. Strength that gives us the ability to rest as we trust and to know that all is working in perfect divine order. You see, this is what we're called to do and to be as we become people of the way, people of this wonderful teaching, people of the spirit of Christmas, that the light and awareness is within us. And we celebrate now this wonderful gratitude for all the goodness of God that's embodied in the word J-O-Y, joy. Joy that floods us, joy that enables us to be the people of God we're called to be. For in this gratitude, we rest now, as together we say, and so it is. So take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins in me.
And it is with joy, joy, joy down in our hearts that we adjourn the service today. Pastor Paul and the City of Light congregation, thanks to Facebook family and the social media for joining us. If you happen to live in the Atlanta area or visiting, perhaps you'd like to join us on Sunday morning at 10:30 Eastern Time. Our address is 3125 Presidential Parkway, Atlanta, Georgia. And if you're in need of prayer, it would be our joy to pray with you. Please email your prayer request to reverendtpaul@aol.com. That's reverendtpaul@aol.com. So let's all go and have joy, joy, joy in our hearts and distribute. Thank you.